This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who still rule and teach well, who taught me this 100% truth. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, pushing his word in humility and sincerity, as commanded by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And this is the beginning of a fully functioning society, the beginning of the end of a fully functioning society. You know, this is the beginning of sorrows, as the scripture just said. I'm going to look up that word sorrows here in the Greek, because as of right now, the time is 11:19 p.m. Today's date is February 23rd, 2022, year of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, turning up. All right, and I would think that Russia at war with Ukraine is a definite turn up. Now, let me go to that word sorrows. The Lord said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. The end is not yet. See, you got a lot of camps acting like that, we're going to get beamed up tomorrow. But the RFID microchip still has to be made mandatory, man. That's why the Lord said that you're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet, man. This is the beginning of sorrows. A lot has to take place. Famine still got to take place. Pestilence still got to take place. This is the word sorrows in the Greek.
Strong's G 5604, Odin. Odin.
It says the pain of childbirth, travail, pain, birth pains. You see, it says intolerable anguish in reference to the dire calamities precede the advent of the Messiah. So there are going to be dire calamities before Yahweh Shai's return. And this is the beginning of those dire calamities. Okay? Because when a nation is at war, pretty much a lot of things stop. A lot of things that people take for granted stop. Okay? Such as supply, import, export, public transportation, even certain medicine availability and things like that. All that gets disrupted because if you're going to war with a particular nation and you used to do trade with that nation, well, the trading that you used to do, that nation and its allies are going to hold those resources back. So now you can't get the rice. So now you can't get the oil. Now you can't get the, whatever it is that country was producing for you and their allies were producing for you. They're no longer sending it to you because you guys are at odds. You're at war. Intolerable anguish, it says, for the beginning of sorrows. It says this article was published February 24th, 2022. It says a full-scale invasion of Ukraine underway. Okay. And pretty much what Russia has done over the past few days, Vladimir Putin, he recognized two sections of southeast Ukraine that are pretty much have been unstable territory, pretty much like a rebel territory. And Vladimir Putin, he recognized those two territories as an actual country, okay, having independence. And in doing that, because those regions already support Russia, even though they were a part of Ukraine's country, they already support Russia. So what Russia did was recognize them as a real country. And so that allowed Putin to access that entire region. And now he's moving troops into that entire region, which technically is on Ukrainian soil, but Russia just recognized the country as a real, the region as a real country. if that's making sense. So now Putin has been moving his men into that region, but now he's going to push, he's said to be pushing even further into Ukraine, and he's asking the Ukrainian military to basically put down their guns and surrender. It says a full-scale invasion of Ukraine underway. Yeah, because why? Because the kings of the East, they have to march that way. It says that the great river Euphrates will be dried up to make way for the kings of the East. And all these kings are being gathered into this, gathered into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," meaning he's going to reverse our captivity. Verse 2, "I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." See, so the Lord is gathering these nations, okay? He said that he's determined to do it. He's gathering them into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which is Jehoshaphat, which means the valley of Yahweh's judgment, which is the Middle East. Okay, and he's doing this because in his will, it's in his will to utterly destroy these nations, okay, by thermonuclear fire via World War III. So these things must come to pass, as the scriptures say. It says the country's top diplomatic has called on the international community for support. War has broken out between Russia and Ukraine, Kyiv's foreign minister has declared, after a series of explosions were reported across the country, moments after Moscow issued an order for a special operation in the breakaway Donbass region. Yeah, it's called the Donbass region, and that's the breakaway region that is technically a part of Ukraine, but they've broken off from Ukraine in support of Russia. So pretty much what you got is a divided country over there in Ukraine. And so everywhere you look in the Edomites world, shit is divided. Yeah, oh, was that a video? I think that was a video of Ukraine. It was a video. It showed two Ukrainian, it would be like the equivalent to senators or governors or whatever, but they was like the Ukrainian governors or senators, and they was having a fist fight, man. Let me go to that video real quick, man, cause I think that was Ukraine. Yeah, so this was just oh wait, it says it was 5 years ago. So like, yeah, I thought that was a recent video, but apparently it's an old video. But you see, there's many times where these Ukrainians are fighting. I just typed in Ukrainian fight, and I'm seeing all these government officials pushing. This was 6 years ago. It says a brawl, first fist fight erupts in Ukrainian parliament again, ... again. Then it says 7 years ago, fist fight breaks out in Ukrainian parliament. This 7 years ago, completely separate incident. 9 years ago, fist fights the norm in Ukrainian parliament. Let's watch this. So when it comes to Ukraine obviously has never been a stable country, man. This invasion should not seem like much of a surprise. The government officials have been fist fighting for a decade. Look, this one is 3 years ago, a fist fight, a brawl breaks out. This is 5 years ago, a brawl breaks out. And I'm pretty sure it was a recent one, too. Let me see if I can, let me see if I can put this by the newest videos. Yeah, it says a fight breaks out on Ukrainian TV. Here goes another one. A Ukrainian journalist and politician fight on live TV. This is what they do, man. This is what they do. Because the Lord have put a spirit of division in the house of Edom. Okay, all the way around. Because remember, Russians are nothing but Edomites. Okay, Russians are nothing but Edomites. And what is the Edomites' blessing? The sword. What does the sword do? Kills, destroys. And so what are these Edomites going to do to each other? They're going to kill and destroy each other. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red. And this horse that was red is representation of Esau, Edom. Okay, the word Edom in the Hebrew, which is Adawam, which means red. Okay, they are that red horse. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So power was given to Edom to take peace from the earth, and they've done that. It says, and that they should kill one another. So a part of them taking that peace from the earth is them killing each other. Okay, so you're going to have and pretty much the Lord pretty much used the nuclear weapon to self-destruct these people, man. You know, he allowed Esau to make that weapon to self-destruct himself, to literally blow up his whole society and his whole system. You know, it's like, here it is, he was desperately trying to create something so evil and so wicked. And you know, he was trying to be so defiant to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son that, you know, he ended up even destroying his own creation because he's that perverted and twisted. The Lord made him a crooked serpent. It says, Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Yeah, and after that sword, because what comes along with war, or in the midst of war, or what war brings is famine. War brings famine. Okay, because food is not moved as quickly as it normally would be. And that's what's going to happen. But the elect is going to be good in the midst of that famine. You know, and Biden and Kamala Harris, they're already telling you that you're going to suffer with gas prices and energy prices, your heat and lights and electricity. You know, but pretty much, man, it's gonna get totally out of control. It's gonna get totally out of control. All right, to the point where this dollar is gonna crash and they're gonna bring in a digital solution. Okay, a digital solution. It says in a statement issued early on Thursday morning, Dmitry Kuleba said that Russian President Vladimir Putin has just launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Peaceful Ukrainian cities are under strikes, he added, with claims coming in of explosions near the capital, Kyiv. This is a war of aggression. Ukraine will defend itself and will win, he insisted. The world can and must stop Putin. The time to act is now. So, hey, it's looking like they're going to paint this narrative of Putin against the world, you know. And so Russia's back is going to be put against the wall, and we know, pursuant to Ezekiel 38, that Gog and Magog is going to be the one to push the button, okay? And that's why this conflict is so big, you know, with us Bible believers, because we know that Gog and Magog is one of the players that has to be awakened, you know, in this battle, you know. So all the pieces are in place, and we just waiting for the Lord to put that evil thought in their mind, okay, to push the button. This is Ezekiel. I'm going to go straight to the point. Ezekiel 38 and verse 10, it says, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Yeah, and that evil thought is referring to nuclear attack, nuclear destruction, you know, bombing America, the abomination of the earth, the mother of harlots, okay, completely destroying this bitch with fire. The Lord said they're going to think an evil thought. Let's go to that word thought. It's machashaba. Makashaba. And it says a thought, device, plan, purpose. Yeah, it's going to be, it says a plot, a cunning work. Yeah, and it's also known as a strange work. Okay, it's a strange work that the Lord is going to do on this planet Earth. Because never before has a landmass, a complete, utter landmass, going to be set on fire like a damn lake, man. I mean, it's really unimaginable. And the only way you will be able to believe it is if you see it from a chariot. It's Isaiah chapter 28, verse 21. For Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, to bring to pass his act, his strange act. Let's go to that word strange. This is going to be a strange work. It says strange, loathsome. It says to be strange, profane, fanner, to go away. So it doesn't give us much. Let's go to the word act. His strange act. It says labor, service, work, service of God, ministering, office, work. Isaiah 28 and 21, for the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim, he shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act. And this is the beginning stages of it. Wars, rumors of wars. And this is what the apostles, the elders have been prophesying for decades, man. Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay? So is this nothing new? You know, the program has been the same. And really, this is what we have been waiting on. Jeremiah 50 and 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. So a sound of battle is in the land, man. Let's go to that word sound. It says kwawal. It says a voice, sound, noise, sound. Yeah, because it was a video. They said that they heard explosions. Explosions can be heard. It says explosions can be heard. One of the reporters said that. So that's one of those sounds of battle that's in the land. This is a sound of battle. The word sound is kwawal. And it says a voice, sound, noise, sound of instrument, lightness, frivolity. Frivolity. I don't know what that means. Frivolity. It says the state of being frivolous, a frivolous act or thing. Bear with me. It says of little weight or importance, having no basis, lack in seriousness. So basically like a rumor. Okay, like a rumor. It says lightness, lowing, a whole piece, proclamation, claim. So a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Let's go to that word destruction. In the Hebrew, it's shabar. And it says a breaking, a fraction, a crushing, a breach, a crash, ruin, shattering. And the American dream is going to be shattered. It says, verse 23, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And the how is because the Lord is going to raise up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, okay, which is the Russians, to destroy this place. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Let's go to this word hammer, because America is the hammer of the earth. It says a forge, a hammer. Yeah, and a forge is something that molds something into something else. Okay, like you have hammers. The hammer, when you trying to make let's say you're trying to make an iron fence, and you want to bend, you have to bend the iron bars. You have to heat it up real high, and then you use a hammer to forge it into the shape that you want. And that's what America has done to the nations of the earth. They've hammered and beat the other nations into the form or the frame or the appearance that they want them to be. And that's why it's known as the hammer of the earth. Jeremiah 50:23, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. You see, and pretty much what the Lord is going to do is He's going to put America in a position that they can't get out of. They're already in a position that they can't get out of, and they don't understand it. That's why the Lord said He laid a trap for them, and they knew it not. Even Russia, because Russians are Edomites. But all Putin is doing is bringing forth slavery for them. You know, what he's doing is going to do nothing but bring forth slavery. So, you know, both of these guys is losing. Verse 25, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua have opened his armory. The armory is a case of weapons, a safe of weapons. And that's what the Lord is opening up right now. That's why you see all of these different military equipment, tanks and fighter jets and this gun and that package being transported here, and these weapons being transported there, and this military equipment going here, because the Lord is opening up his armory, okay? And he's got the chariots on standby waiting to blast down fire. Jeremiah 50 verse 25, Yahweh Shem Yahushua have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work, you see, the work, that work, that strange work, that act, that strange act. Okay, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua of hosts in the land of the Chaldees. And this place is going down. Jeremiah 50 verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. What is an archer? Let's go to that word archer. The Lord said, call together the archers against Babylon. That word for archer in the Hebrew.
Strong's H 7228. Rav. Rav.
It says rab, and it says an archer, which is somebody who shoots arrows. It comes from the root word rabab, which means to shoot. Rab, which means archer, and rabab, which means to shoot. So call together those that shoot arrows, okay, which the arrows is talking about the missiles, man. So it's calling together all these nations with nuclear capability, Russia being the top one. And guess what? All the nations, Russia, Iran, China, those nations in the East, their nuclear capability is far more powerful than America's. Far more powerful than America's. Because they have, in their homelands, they have more of the resources that are needed to create nuclear weapons. So they don't have to buy uranium or lithium or mercury or any of these different elements from other countries, because it's naturally found in Iran. It's naturally found in the Middle East. America had to buy the supply. So their nuclear capability is far more powerful than America's. Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith Yahweh. So this is the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of that strange work, that strange act. All right. Wars, rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. See that ye be not troubled. Lord, when this edifying, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh, Kom Yashua Shalom, and the Bible.